Union corruption whistleblower Kathy Jackson's faced the Trade Union Commission and the media outside on her second day in the witness box at the investigation into the Health Services Union. Today she was questioned closely over allegations that she's misused union members' funds herself. On a couple of key points, her evidence inside the Royal Commission differed somewhat to what she had to say for the cameras and microphones outside. Nick Grimm was there for PM. He joins me now. Has she finished giving her evidence now?
Only for the time being, Mark. The Royal Commission has told all the witnesses this week that they may be recalled to give further evidence at a later date, and that includes Kathy Jackson. Now, next week the Royal Commission heads to Perth to hear evidence there into the AEWU slush fund affair. So for the time being, the public hearings into the Health Services Union have wrapped up. But you could say this week there's been more questions raised possibly than have been answered.
And what about the questions that were raised about her use of union money? What came of that today?
Well, the Royal Commission spent a large part of the day going through the details of how she used that money. You could say it was a tougher day in the stand for her. There was particular interest in something that we've spoken about called the Peter Mac Fund. Now, that was a sum of about $250,000 that was awarded to the union in a legal settlement. Now, we learnt today that that was channeled into a bank account that Kathy Jackson had opened. She was the sole signatory to that account, and the only records of how the money was spent in that account were contained in an exercise book, which she says has since been lost. Now, in the inquiry, she said that she rejected suggestions that she had misused those funds. Let's have a listen, though, after she emerged from the inquiry, and she was asked whether she had hardly emerged unscathed from the interrogation.
I think I've done well out of the Royal Commission. I've got nothing to hide. I've never had anything to hide. The smears and the innuendo put out there by my enemies, and some of the media have lapped up as if it was truth. I hope that after today's hearing the media understand, and the members particularly understand what's happened. And what has happened is that there's been malicious smears being peddled out there by certain sections of the Labor Party and the union movement to smear me. Just remember, I've been through 3 years of hell. I have 3 young children at home, and finally I can get on with my life.
Kathy Jackson, so what has she revealed about those allegations, Nick?
Well, we've heard that large sums of money were kept in a steel tin in her office, often thousands of dollars at a time, and that we've also heard details about the spending on the account that she opened up. That was a thing called the National Health Development Account. Not everybody in the union knew that it existed, and as she said, all the records have gone missing about that. She also revealed that it had never been audited because it was not a union account. It was actually an account that she had set up herself. But outside, she was asked about that, and she insisted that all the accounts had been duly audited. Let's have another listen.
It's not about the Commission believing. The fact remains is the auditor has audited those accounts. The Branch Committee of Management sat in those committee meetings. The accounts have been presented. The Commission has seen that. The Commission is not stupid. The Commission, I think, understands what's happened here. I certainly understand. And your average rank and file member of the Health Services Union understands what's happened.
The general public would find it unpalatable, the behaviour surrounding that fund that you controlled, but not illegal. But do you think that it was wrong?
No, I'm not saying it was wrong. I'm saying that lots of those union funds out there, lots of the community will find unpalatable, and that's why there has to be legislative reform. I've all in support for legislative reform.
But you've acknowledged the public wouldn't regard your branch as having followed proper practice. Now, you've maintained that you did nothing wrong.
I did not say that, Mr ABC. That's all I'm saying.
And yes, that was all that Kathy Jackson had to say to my question there about that. She had actually said in the inquiry that, well, tell you what, let's just have a listen to the evidence that we've heard from there.
Do you regard the way this NHDA account was conducted by you as falling short of proper practice?
I would say it would fall short of proper practice in relation to what the public expect, but I don't say that it's an illegal account. I say that it's an account that was set up to meet the needs of the organisation at the time, and that's how it was transacted.
Kathy Jackson speaking in the Royal Commission today. Our reporter was